8 male cats, 1 female, and she is running for her life. But before you judge what you are seeing, you need to understand why this is happening. Because the truth is far more fascinating than you think. Look at this scene carefully. 8 male cats, all shapes, all sizes, all personalities united by one single, overwhelming purpose. And 1 small female cat doing everything in her power to stay ahead of all of them. Most people see this and feel one thing: sympathy for her. And honestly, that instinct is right. But here is what most people never stop to ask. Why? Why 8? Why so many? Why won't even one of them simply stop? What is happening inside these animals that is so powerful, so ancient, so deeply wired that even exhaustion cannot shut it off? Today we are going to answer that question. Not just with facts, but with the full, raw, emotional reality of what every single cat in this video is experiencing right now. 5 reasons. 5 truths about cat nature that most people never hear. And by the time we reach the last one, I promise you, you will never look at a scene like this the same way again. Let's begin. Reason 1. The scent she carries. Reason number 1, she is sending a signal she cannot turn off. Here is something remarkable about the female cat. When she enters what scientists call her estrus cycle, what most people simply call being in heat, her body begins broadcasting a signal. Not loudly, not visibly, but powerfully. Through her scent, she releases pheromones, chemical messages carried on the air, invisible to human senses, but absolutely overwhelming to a male cat. And here is the part that changes everything. She cannot stop it. It is not a choice. It is not something she is doing deliberately. Her body is simply doing what millions of years of evolution designed it to do. And every male cat within range receives that signal like a siren going off directly inside their brain. It does not matter how far away they are. It does not matter if they have never seen her before. The moment that scent reaches them, something ancient and unstoppable switches on. And they come. This is not aggression. This is biology. Powerful, relentless, unstoppable biology. But that is only the first reason. Because if it were just about scent, 1 male would be enough. So why are there 8? Keep watching. Reason 2. The competition they cannot ignore. Reason number 2, each male is not just chasing her. He is competing with every other male. Watch them again. But this time, don't watch her. Watch them. See how they move around each other. The subtle shoulder checks. The sideways glances. The moments where 2 males lock eyes for just a fraction of a second before refocusing on the chase. This is not a group working together. This is 8 individuals, each one acutely, constantly aware the others running the most high-stakes competition of their lives. Because in the world of cats, the right to mate is not simply given. It is earned through persistence, through dominance, through the willingness to outrun, outlast, and outcompete every rival in the field. And here is the fascinating part. The presence of other males actually intensifies each individual male's drive. It does not discourage them. It does the opposite. Seeing a rival increases urgency, increases speed, increases determination. So the more males that show up, the harder every single one of them pushes. 8 rivals don't split the motivation. They multiply it. And she feels every single ounce of that multiplied energy at her heels. Reason 3. The survival instinct of a species. Reason number 3, this is nature protecting its own future. Take a step back for a moment. Further back than this street. Further back than these 8 cats. Further back than anything any of us have ever personally witnessed. Go back thousands of years. To a time when cats were not pets, not street animals, not YouTube videos, but pure wild creatures whose only job every single day was to survive and reproduce. In that world, a female in heat was not just an individual animal. She was an opportunity, a rare, time-limited, biologically precious opportunity for the continuation of an entire lineage. And nature, in its relentless, unsentimental wisdom, designed the male cat to asterisk never miss that opportunity. The drive you are watching right now is not new. It is ancient. It has been refined and reinforced across thousands of generations of cats who survived precisely because they carried it. Every male cat chasing her today is carrying that same ancient instruction inside every cell of his body. Find her, reach her, continue what came before you. It is bigger than want, bigger than choice. It is the voice of the species itself speaking through 8 small bodies on an ordinary street. And it will not be quiet. Reason 4. Her own signals are conflicted. Reason number 4, her own body is sending mixed signals. And that confusion is making everything more intense. Now here's the reason that most people never talk about. Because it is complicated and uncomfortable and it requires us to hold two truths at the same time. She is running. That much is clear. Every part of her visible behavior says, stay away. I am not ready. Leave me alone. And that is real. That fear and overwhelm and desperation to escape all of it is completely genuine. But here is the biological truth that runs underneath it. Her body is in conflict with itself. The same cycle that is attracting these males is also creating a profound internal confusion inside her. Hormones pulling in one direction, fear and self-preservation pulling in another. Her instincts at war with each other in a way that has no clean resolution. This is why female cats in heat often seem to send contradictory signals. Approaching then retreating, vocalizing then going silent, moving toward then running away. She is not being inconsistent. She is not playing games. She is simply overwhelmed by forces inside her own body that she has absolutely no control over. And the males, responding to every signal she sends the attraction, and the retreat equally become more confused, more persistent, more intensely focused with every passing moment. The more conflicted her signals, the more relentless their pursuit. It is one of nature's most heartbreaking loops. Reason 5. The hierarchy being decided right now. Reason number 5, what looks like a chase is actually a tournament. And only one cat will wear the crown. We are almost at the end of our 5 reasons. But I saved this one for last because it is the one that reframes everything you have watched today. This is not just a chase. This is a tournament of survival. Right now in real time, as these 8 males pursue this one female across the street, a hierarchy is being decided. A ranking is being established. The strongest, most persistent, most dominant male is being identified not by a fight, but by this. By who keeps going. By who outlasts the others. By who, when every other ride was falling back, is still there, still moving, still focused, still unwilling to stop. And that persistence, that refusal to quit is itself the evolutionary signal that says, my genes are worth carrying forward. So while she runs for her freedom, they run for their legacy. 8 males, 1 crown, 0 guarantees. And every single step of this chase is a competition. So now you know 5 reasons, 5 truths, 5 layers beneath a scene that most people scroll past without a second thought. She is not simply a frightened cat on a street. She is a living creature caught in the middle of one of nature's oldest and most powerful forces, carrying a signal she never chose to send, running from pursuit she never asked for, navigating a storm entirely of biology's making. And they are not simply aggressive animals. They are creatures answering a call so deep and so ancient that no individual could ever fully silence it. There is no villain in this story. There is only nature, raw, complicated, breathtaking nature playing out in real time on an ordinary street, in front of the camera, for anyone willing to stop and truly look. She ran today. She was exhausted and outnumbered and pushed to her limit, but she did not break. And somehow in the middle of all that chaos, she remained exactly what she has always been, herself, completely, fiercely, unbreakably herself. That is what cats feel. If this opened your eyes to something you never knew before, that is exactly why this channel exists. Like this video, if you learned something new today, share it with someone who loves cats and deserves to understand them better. Subscribe to What Cats Feel and hit the bell. Every week we go deeper into the world cats experience, but never get to explain. And drop a comment below. Which of the 5 reasons surprised you the most? We read every single one. Always. Because every cat has a story. What Cats Feel.